Welcome to God Winging It with Roger Michael Klang. That's me. Okay, so what do we have for today? Well, I think that we can see Donald Trump's modus operandi by now. Remember how he shortly, in a brief period, under a short period, he bombed Iran to submission, or at least he thought he did. And he didn't put boots on the ground, which I first thought he would do when I for a long time, but then he didn't. He bombed Iran severely, but not decisively, even though he thought he did. And now he is making an operation in Venezuela. It's a war, but it was a very short war, and he managed to capture Maduro, Nicolas Maduro. Um, Perhaps against the odds, I don't know, but he did it, and he hopes that the protest in America for this war is not going to go on for long, since there will be, in his mind, a continued war on Venezuela, except for the seizing of oil tankers and sinking of fishing vessels and stuff. Uh, that's what's going to happen until Venezuela gets to be submissive, submissive. Um, they want Venezuela to they want the Venezuelan oil. That's all they want for now, and also, of course, to get rid of Nicolas Maduro, which they did. But they want the Venezuelan oil, and this has always been about the oil, just like the war in against Iran, which uh, Israel started for U.S. For the United States benefits. And Rubio said that they will continue to seize oil vessels, oil tankers, and blow up boats. So that's what they will concentrate on. It's not about democracy in Venezuela. They want Delcy Rodriguez for now, but they want her to be submissive. And they don't want Maria Corina Machado, which was the Nobel Peace Prize uh, taker from the Norwegian Nobel Peace Prize committee. And well, I think that this is Donald Trump's modus operandi. He won't start a war against Canada anytime soon because he don't need a prolonged war. That's what he doesn't want. He thinks he has learned the lesson from George W. Bush, but all he's doing is completely scuttling the ship, which is the aircraft carrier ship, which is America. He's scuttling it. He scuttles it, and that's what he will do. But he will, I bet, try take a shot on Greenland because that will be short. That will, he hopes, be decisive, and that's where I think he's going to focus his interest next. But we're on Denmark's side, and they will notice us in a very decisive way. Yeah, and he may take a shot at Sweden, but what he wants with Sweden and Denmark and Norway is not so much winning a victory over us, a military victory, but he wants our women. I mean, the women in Sweden and Denmark and Norway and Finland. He wants because he said that why don't we get more like Danes or Norwegians and Swedes into the United States? Why do we get Sudanese or whatever he said, something like that. He didn't like the it wasn't Sudanese. Anyway, he said that he wanted more Finns and or Swedes and Norwegians in America, and sure he wants our women, and he is going to get it. He thinks by waiting out a crisis that he thinks it will come in Sweden, um, an economic crisis, but I don't think it will come, not anytime soon. But it will come to the United States, I think. But we'll see, and we will see who is will be losing women to who. Uh, I think that it won't be a military. It may be military if I or someone else oppose strong enough, tells the truth too vividly, or whatever he thinks is going on with us, like we are in his face. And he may try something military, but it won't be an invasion because we can see the scheme he's making in Iran and in Venezuela. It's not about prolonged wars. It's about winning a decisive victory in a short time span. And that's what he will try to do. He will send some aircraft carriers, perhaps, and maybe even some landing craft vessels. And of course, the Ticonderoga class cruisers and Arleigh Burke class cruisers, because they go with the aircraft carriers all the time. And but he won't set foot on land. I don't think so. He thinks he will make a decisive victory in the air or on the ground, but with missiles, ground to ground missiles, or in the sea, on the sea. He might think that he can win a victory, and maybe he can, but I'm willing to bet that it's not going to happen. But we'll see. Good luck, Donald.